Hello everyone, happy Tuesday. Today I am making lasagna rolls. Let me show you over here first actually. Here I have my sauce. I just used a marinara sauce and I browned some ground beef. I browned the ground beef first for about 5 minutes. I added some onions. You don't have to add onions if you don't want. I added some onions. I continued to brown it for an additional 3 minutes. Then I added the pasta sauce or marinara sauce or any type of sauce, a red sauce that you like. And then I let this simmer for a good 15 minutes so that all the flavors mend together. Over here, I made the filling for my lasagna rolls. I used ricotta. I used a whole bucket of ricotta. Parmesan. I used about half of a cup of Parmesan cheese. And then I also added a half teaspoon of ground black pepper. And then I added 2 pounds of spinach. Now the spinach, I cooked them in a pan on medium-low heat for about 12 minutes. I cooked the spinach until it wilted and all the water dried up. And then I let it cool completely, and then I added it to the ricotta filling. You'll see that 2 pounds of spinach is not very much. It cooks down immensely, and then you can add it to this. I didn't add salt because I did add a little bit salt to the spinach when I cooked it. That helped to draw out the water. There's also salt in the mozzarella and in the Parmesan. I also added 1 tablespoon of fresh chopped parsley to this. That gives it a nice fresh flavor. That's it. That's all you need for your filling. You can use any lasagna pasta that you want. I use the Trader Joe's ones. I know they come in all kinds of shapes and forms. So I cooked this pasta for about 6 minutes, just until it was under al dente, so not cooked all the way. I preheated my oven. What I'm going to do is just spread this filling all over here. I'm trying to do this while I'm filming with one hand, so excuse it if it's a little bit messy. I'm going to spread this out, and then I'm going to roll it up and then line it up in this deep casserole dish. And then just put it just like that. Okay, so 2 things I forgot. Number 1, you need to put a little bit of sauce in the bottom of your casserole dish. Number 2, I needed a bigger casserole dish because these rolls are a little bit bigger than I remembered. So I got another casserole dish, put a little bit of pasta sauce on the bottom. By the way, you don't have to make this with meat. You can make it completely vegetarian style, just omit the beef and use a pasta sauce. I did preheat the oven to 350 degrees, and that's what we'll bake it at for about 20 minutes. So here are my lasagna rolls. If you want, sometimes I do add mushrooms, either to the sauce or to the filling. I do saute them first, so all the water cooks out. I'm just gonna cover this with the sauce. And then after this cooks for about 15 minutes, then I'll put the rest of the mozzarella cheese on top, and that'll get nice and bubbly. But these pasta wraps are partially cooked, so it's not going to take too long. You're not going to cook it as long as you cook a lasagna, which is nice. And you want to leave a little bit of space between each roll so that the sauce does get in there, just like that. To cover it, by the way, you should cover it. I just covered it with some foil. For the first 15 minutes, I'll bake it with the foil on it, take the foil off, and then put the rest of the mozzarella on. All right, so I actually ended up baking it at 400 degrees for 20 minutes, and now I'm going to put the mozzarella on top. I'm going to crank this to 450 degrees and cook it for about 5 to 7 minutes until the cheese gets nice and bubbly. All right, I just took it out of the oven. You can see it is still bubbly. Look at that. Doesn't that look nice? I'm gonna let this sit for about 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes before I serve it. That way the rolls will firm up just a little bit.